If you plan on putting your home up for sale, you're going to want to listen to this. Home sales declined last month by 5.9%, the largest month-to-month decline since November of 2022. And while sales are falling nationally, what's the buying and selling landscape looking like so far this season across our region? May not always be the same. Century 21 George Berick is with us right now to share more on the progress report for our area for the busy home buying and selling season, and maybe what we're seeing on a larger scale. Thank you for being here.
I appreciate it, Lindsay. Thank you.
Yes. So what do you think is behind the slowdown in the numbers when you look at the national stats?
Well, as we've discussed before, those areas of the country, sometimes we have to take our heads out of the media as far as that goes nationally, because it doesn't affect us the same. We are still on pace to break records again this year. The units may be down, and what I mean by units is sales. Each house, we call it a unit in the industry. The units may be off about 100 units in Tri-County area year to date, but the average sale price is up 9% already this year.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful.
Okay, so while mortgage rates are high, sale prices, you said, they're more than $400,000. Maybe that's what they went up in some cases. How can you explain what's going on with the financials? And are we at a turning point maybe where this market was really, really competitive to get in on, and now maybe you're seeing some movement?
The thing we're seeing the most is we're seeing people are now adjusting to the interest rate. They waited, they had all of those fence sitters, as we called them. It was like, hey, I want to get back to that 3.1. We're never going to see that again for a good reason, okay? We don't ever need that again. But these rates that we're at now, and they're saying, there's no crystal ball here, but they're saying that it's maybe going to balance out about 6.5, 6.7, and that's where kind of we're bouncing around now. People realize now it's time. And they're getting the point of you buy real estate and wait, you don't wait to buy real estate. And that is it's a fun thing to say, but it's really truthful.
And what would be your advice to the first-time home buyers or the families that are growing and they need a little more space?
First of all, you're going to call your loan officer. That's the first step. Just call and find out what you're pre-approved for. Might be less than, might be more than. The majority of the time, it's more than what you think. And it is. People have this misconception as well. A lot of our apartment dwellers, they have this misconception that they have to have $80,000 to buy a home. You do not. There are a bunch of beautiful plans going on right now for first-time home buyers, and there is assistance available. Call your loan officer, step one.
Okay, now in some cases, some homes are sitting longer than they used to. By about how much would you say that's happening? And let's say you're someone that needs to move essentially at a certain point in time, whether you're getting a new job or ahead of the next school year. What's your advice for those folks?
So we used to have a 120-day average sale price time, used to be. Then it went down to about 3 weeks. So right now we're actually, and we just talked about this because we're seeing open houses starting to pop up again. A year ago, we didn't even have time to have open houses. As soon as you listed it, there was 5 buyers that wanted it. I'm not gonna lie, we're still there. We're still getting multiple offers. But I'm starting to see a little bit of time now where these things are sitting on the market for maybe even a month. Maybe a good time to get an open house in. Back in the day, we used to go around with the Vindicator. We used to print all the open houses in there, and people would use them as a chart.
Oh, yeah.
And there would be 50 to 100 open houses every weekend. Those times have changed because of the shortage.
Okay.
But there are some, little bit left.
And so if you don't want to have to wait, you better get listed earlier than maybe.
Yeah, it's time, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And get yourself in check. And I know off camera we had discussed something that's really important. One of the best things I could recommend is people don't keep clicking buttons on the internet. I know they're going to offer you a free bag of popcorn or something irrelevant. We just had a person reach our office the other day and clicked on one of these portals, these real estate portals. 19 real estate agents called them up.
Oh my.
He called us to say, how do I get them to stop? Because he clicked on something. Call your local real estate agent. Everybody knows one. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like you're somebody's cousin's, friends, nephews, whatever. Call them. They have all of those systems. Tailor it right to you. It'll come in your mailbox, wherever you prefer. You don't have to be popping around. It's okay to browse.
Right.
Don't click.
Okay, yeah, because they have the scoop on what's coming up on the market as well.
Super important,
well,
yes.
Thank you so much for joining us right here. When we saw this report, we thought, okay, maybe we are seeing a shift. Like you said, it's minor, but it's still something worth doing some planning for and reaching out. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.